Can I welcome you all, parents, partners, friends, lecturers, mentors, to the exhibition here. I feel a fraud opening this. I'm a scientist, and I feel like an alcoholic when I go into an AA meeting. My name is Pat Timms. I'm a scientist. But I'm very happy and glad that the lecturers asked me to open the exhibition, as foreign a country it is for me. Art and design has been part of the institute here since it was a regional college, 1972, 73, maybe even before that. It's a critical element of the institute, and it's part of its composition. Like many courses, art and design has weathered some difficulties over the last few years as the economy collapsed. But the design staff and the management have shown their commitment to the courses here, and already the numbers applying for courses have expanded. If I can just mention a bit about Technological University. We're en route to becoming a technological university. People may say, what's that? It's where a number of institutes come together and form a university. We are supremely confident that we'll have the technological university status. The main question is the timescale, how long is it going to take for us to achieve this. As we speak, we've achieved a very high proportion of the criteria set out by the HEA. The biggest challenge is we have to have a partner who's a perfect partner for us. In other words, somebody who'll complement and not duplicate what we do. But we will be a technological university, and that would be a poor university if it didn't have art and design, if it didn't have a well-developed art and design as a part of the university as it will be. So the staff and the management have commenced a journey now, which is for the strategic development and growth of art and design here. And that's strengthening the courses we have and bringing in new courses, and already to have some really exciting idea for new courses. So get the word out. Art and design is healthy and growing here in Athlone. I'm going to ramble a bit now, but there's some logic to it, which you might work out at the end of it. I was a student in Trinity College, and when I was there, and my grandchildren say to me, you were there with Robert Emmet, maybe. It was 1960s, as they say, from 1860s. But every science student had to do either an art or a humanities subject at that stage. And I think it was very good. But it meant I met, through the father of my best friend, I met Oisin Kelly, who was a sculptor. Oisin was born 100 years ago last Monday. And he worked as an artist in a range of media. He had started off with languages and English, and then did art in a range of evening courses through the College of Art and Design. He was discovered in his later years by the money people, and he did in the Garden of Remembrance, he did the Children of Lir there. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is I can understand very easily the concept of the Children of Lir. In other words, the children falling down are the 1916 people, and the swans coming out of them is freedom. I can understand that concept, but I could never have worked out the concept, which is what you people can do, and which I have this huge admiration for. He worked in the Kilkenny Art and Design, or the Kilkenny Design workshops when they were set up. So he moved into design, and I'll come back to that later on, because I asked him one time, what's the difference between art and design? This was a very boozy evening now, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I said. And he said, and I remember well, he said, art and design are a continuum. And I think, when I looked at the work yesterday and today, I can actually see what he meant, that it's a continuum. I can't separate them, I can just see where they integrate. Another thing that impressed me today about your work, and people might thank me for saying this, a lot of the work is very commercial. By commercial, it's ready for market people. I see the people who are doing this. We've looked at the concept here of graduate attributes. What have our graduates got? What attributes have they? One of the ones is ready for work, ready to be employed. Looking at the work here, I can see that the people here are ready for that. Now, as I say, some people may say, well, that's not what I want to hear about in my work, it's more conceptual. I'm looking at it from the, and I'll say a lot of the parents here are looking at it from the ready for work element of that. If I can go back to Oisin Kelly again, I remember again another boozy night asking him, what's a good teacher in art like? What are the concepts? And he said, and I'm kind of paraphrasing now, a good teacher can provide a student with the skills and craft to translate their vision or their concept into a work. We scientists would never do that. But he added, a great teacher or mentor will support the student in developing or enhancing their vision. And again, looking at the work here today and yesterday, you've obviously got very, very good, excellent teachers and mentors for the range of work I've actually seen there. So I'd like to congratulate you and yourselves and your teachers with respect to that. But looking at the works, to fulfill what I'm saying there, there's one there, everything you can imagine is real. Straight exactly from what he was saying. Design is a journey. There was ones there on concept development. He lurks underneath the bed. That was great. I love that. I'd like to make that one for my grandchildren now. So again, it's proof you have really excellent teachers and mentors. But for me, the most impressive aspect of the work today was a common thread, and that is the journey of discovery that you all had. Discovery of yourselves, discovery of places. And you're right, if you haven't discovered yourself, you've no right to be working on concepts for other people or trying to understand other people. Some of the ones there that fit into that, parenting. I'm not picking out the ones that I think are any different from anything else, it's just the ones that's true. 7 deadly sins, I mean, there's somebody discovering themselves. Obsolete words, again on the same line. Savouring past happiness, that's almost scientific, I find. Losing language, the journey of life, all of these are fit into that category. And I also love the quotations I saw, and even Einstein is in there 3 times. Well done, you found a good scientist in there, the quote there. And Mae West, who maybe is the most quotable person in the world, with a few of hers there too. And then the range of media which you've used to translate your discoveries into something that the rest of us can actually understand was quite remarkable. So I encourage the visitors here, the parents, to spend time on at least one exhibit. You're going to graze over them all, but you need to look at one in some depth and talk to the graduate who's actually there. Look at the research to put into it. I mean, when I was looking at the portfolios, I was amazed at the amount of work that actually went into them. And talk to the people who actually did it. So to the visitors, and particularly the parents, you can be, and people whose partners are here, you can be particularly proud of what you're going to see around here today. And to finish off this, I'm going back to Oisin Kelly again. He had a big influence on my life, so I'm going to quote him again. And again, there's a lesson at the end of this. In the 60s, he was finding it hard to make ends meet. Very good artist, self-taught, 6 children. So the Kenny Design Workshops had just been founded. And it was peopled by Scandinavian designers, because they said Ireland has no design, we're bringing the Scandinavians. And they had this austere, clean-lined design. And the MD of the Kenny Design Workshops asked Oisin to go down as artist in residence, which he didn't see that as his role. But he went in and he became totally absorbed in design. And he was producing in a whole range of media, various materials. He was metal candlesticks, holders, ceramic work, bird life of different types. even tea towels, in which he had the desh shan up in most artistic ways, which I had all of these collected, and unfortunately I used the tea towels as tea towels because they're collector items. But what it did to him, and this is the lesson I'm trying to give you, what it actually did to him was more people got to know about Oisin Kelly through his work in the design shop, because they brought his material, it was in their houses, they didn't see him as an artist, they just see him as designing really good stuff. So the last thing I'm saying to you is, be flexible in your careers, just like Oisin Kelly was. He ended up at the Garden of Remembrance, he ended up with the Larkin statue in the O'Connell Street. But he's best remembered by these design stuff he did in the Kilkenny Design Workshop. So I'm very happy to declare the exhibition open. Thank you.